Bilibili is booming, but is it a buy? Mr. Investor Lot here. We're going to be talking about Bilibili today, which is a Chinese video platform. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. It was headquartered in China, founded in December 2013. And if you can see its overall year of growth, it's grown 516% in just a short period of time, only 2 years. And even in the last month, we can see it's gone from 43 all the way to where it is now 55% gain. So is this stock a buy? And what is Bilibili? Bilibili started out in 2009 as a website specialized in sharing anime pictures and videos. Over the course of 10 years, the company has expanded into a lot of new categories, including advertising, mobile gaming, e-commerce, live broadcasting, and coronavirus has accelerated its growth, and it has gained a lot more users since the pandemic, as probably everyone has been indoors looking online for entertainment. Upon first looking at this platform, it looks very overwhelming. There's so much going on. They have so many different categories and features, but this is what their user base likes. They have a variety of selection to choose from. So instead of just being anime, they've got so much content for people to consume. So Bilibili is one of the biggest online video platforms in China. So China's video market seems to be dominated by 3 companies. One being Youku, which is owned by Alibaba. The other one being iQIYI, which is owned by Baidu. And QQ Video, owned by Tencent. So the last contender here is Bilibili. A brief history of Bilibili: they basically focused on anime pictures and video, and they generate this kind of content to attract their initial user base. So today we're going to be going through their investor presentation. This was released in November 2020. Because of consumer behavior, I'm becoming very interested in this stock. Bilibili. We enrich the everyday life of young generations in China. So here's some stats and figures of them. They've got 197 million monthly active users. This represents a 54% year-on-year growth. They have 184 million mobile monthly active users. This is a 61% year-on-year growth. Their daily active users are 53 million people. The monthly paying users is 15 million, which is an 89% year-on-year growth. And the average user spends 81 minutes daily on the platform. Their user base is rapidly growing. So as you can see, their rapid user base expansion lays a solid foundation for fast revenue growth. So their revenue has grown from 2018 third quarter from 93 million, and it's steady progressed up. By the end of 2019, it was 130 million monthly users, and then 197 million as of the third quarter of 2020. From 1 billion in 2018 third quarter, the end of the fourth quarter 2019, 2 billion, and now they're sitting on 3.2 billion on the third quarter of 2020. So as you can see here, their user base and their revenue have been growing. So they believe they have captured the golden cohort in a golden industry, and there's massive room for growth. With 5G coming into play, they believe it will revolutionize how people produce and consume content. So overall online video users in China is growing. It was as low as 428 million in 2013, and now we're sitting on 888 million in June 2020. This is fundamentally fueled by Gen Z's demand for entertainment market. China's online entertainment market was worth 571 billion RMB in 2019. 59% of it was fueled by Gen Z and their contribution. They're expecting a 24% growth by 2023, and the market overall to be worth 1.3 trillion RMB. So this is the story of Bilibili. They put users at the heart of everything. They wanted to create a really good social community with a highly engaged and sticky community. They wanted to create top quality content and pull in the best content creators they can, creating high quality user generated content. And they wanted to commercialize this and make an efficient, with tremendous upsides, monetization program. In terms of their video community's interests, they have a diverse range. So fundamentally, the interests surrounded anime. Anime is now number 4. So involving Chinese anime and cosplay, it's now number 4th out of the interests. Lifestyle is actually number 1 now, so vlogging and fashion, that is fundamentally what is driving this. They've also got gaming here, so esports, mobile games, entertainment such as pop culture and celebrities. And they've also got tech and knowledge, kind of electronics, science and tech reviews. So they've got an ever-growing supply of creative PUG games. What is PUG game? It's called a pickup group, or also known as a pickup game in some circles. These pickup games are driving a lot of growth. So what they wanted to do is create this circle. They wanted to bring in the best talented content creators. They had in the third quarter 1.1 million content creators. This is up 51%. They now have 1.7 million at the third quarter of 2020. So this is kind of like the monthly average active amount of content creators. And you can see here they create high quality content. They submit more videos than ever now. They used to submit 3.1 million. They now submit 5.6 million. So that's up 79% in just a year. This is contributing to 91% of total views. And what's really interesting to see is they have fundamentally a loyal fan base. So there's a lot of content creators with more than 10,000 fans. This represents 75% of all content creators. The way that Bilibili has developed this is by providing continuous support to all of their content creators in all the layers. So they have a casual system, they have a news system, they have middle tier, and then they have top tier content creators. And on each system you get different things and unlock different things. So here, the casual kind of creator will get tools. So mobile content submission editing apps makes it easy to create content on their app. Then when you get to new, you'll then get your own tutor and you'll be part of an academy. So they'll teach you how to create higher quality production. Then when you get to the middle tier, you'll get incentive rewards. So you'll get cash now. 320,000 creators are currently enrolled on this kind of incentive rewards. So they get better incentives, better recognition. When you get to the top tier, you get a VIP service here. So that's Power Alliances, top 100 UP awards. You maximize influence and you unlock commercial value. This loops into creating an encouraging and friendly community that gives positive feedback and support to content creators. So they wanted to use their intellectual property assets and fuel the growth of premium members. So this was very important to them, paying members. And so they have 12.8 million paying members at the moment, and it's growing, these premium members. So they're launching over 40 Bilibili produced Chinese anime titles throughout 2020 and 2021. They have more to offer as well, with documentary style TV, movies, and a variety of different shows. So as we look here, we can see that it's grown from September 2018 from 2.7 million premium members all the way up to 12.8 million premium members. So this is up 110% year on year. More people are willing to pay more for the premium service that they give. They kind of create, and mold this highly engaged and sticky community. And the way they do it is by providing these kinds of emojis and buttons where people can express themselves. So obviously you've got the plain like button, and you can get all these other different emojis. They have 1.3 billion average daily views in Q3 and 5.5 billion interactions generated monthly. So the views are up 77% year on year growth, and the interactions are 117% up year on year. So I think it's a great way to foster these kinds of relationships by allowing their users to express themselves in different ways. And so these sticky and engaged communities, you can see now that they have officially 97 million members. And what they want to do with these members is not only do they want to grow the amount of members they have, they want to retain them. So they've got an 80% plus 12-month retention rate. So not only have their user base grown from 42 million in 2018 Q3, but where we are now, 2 years later, it's grown to 97 million. And 80% plus of these people have been retained. So commercialization comes naturally. What they wanted to do is fulfill the demand and supply it. So the user demand intersects with the high quality supply that they give. So the user basically is large, it's an engaged user base with a strong willingness to pay. So they're willing to pay premium services if you can fulfill their demands. And they use big data insights and analytics to look at user interests and behaviors in order to supply stuff such as mobile games, which is popular. They advertise products that users may need. They also look at live broadcasting, their favorite celebrities, and value-added services. So Bilibili say that they understand their users' demand and they offer the right content and services. So this is the compelling core competency of their mobile games business. They have massive gamers. This is fundamentally what drives a lot of their revenue. Game is the second most popular video genre on our platform. So they've got game-themed live broadcasting, which is also well received. So they look at the user and they see, what does our users want? How did they behave? And this is our data. And now let's recommend them some customized games that they may enjoy. So now they have the ability to pick and operate between self-developed game, 44 exclusive distributed games, and 900 plus jointly operated games. So in 2020, you can see that they've launched all of these games and they've got a strong pipeline of games to come. Yeah, let's talk about that robust game growth revenue, baby. Let's talk about money. So here's the money. They're up 37% year on year. So as you can see in the millions, 744 million they were making. Now they're making 1.2 billion by the third quarter this year. So within 2 years, they've changed it from 744 million to 1.2 billion. Here's their value-added services, their multifaceted commercialization. So this is the way that can make money. Got their Bilibili comic. You can pay to view their comic platform. Here they got Maua, premium audio drama platform, probably like Spotify or podcasts or some sort of audio dramas, you know. You can listen to stories. They've got live broadcasting of events, natural extension of our diversified content platform. You can watch maybe gaming. You can watch any events that may be going on around the world. And they've got premium membership. So a lot of people want to pay for this service as long as they get exclusive and advanced high quality content. So their value added service revenue has strong growth, but it has great potential, massive potential. So here they've got 169 million RMB in Q3 of 2018. And now they have 980 million as of 2020 Q3. That's up 116% year-on-year growth, and it can only grow bigger and better, baby. So advertising, Bilibili is becoming more attractive to many advertisers. They even got KFC up on here. So as you can see, they've got these different style of ads. They've got an app opening ad, they have a top view ad, and they also have inline ads. So these ads are very immersive, and they select, you know, the brands based on the user. The advertising revenue has strong growth and it has great potential again. So they're up 126% year on year from 137 million RMB all the way now 2 years later to 558 million RMB. So this is a growing sector of where they're getting their revenue from. As their user base continues to grow, they're seeing a more diversified revenue mix. So most of their money is coming from mobile games. It's now value added services, advertising is creating more money, and e-commerce too. So each revenue stream is now growing year on year up to 74%. So the rapid growth of paying users and paying out ratio is also increasing their revenue. So more people are willing to pay money for premium services. And in terms of the amount of people that will pay, they've got an impressive growth of paying users from 3.5 million, 89% up year on year growth, all the way up to 15 million monthly paying users. What does this represent in terms of monthly paying users and monthly active? It was only 3.8% willing to pay in 2018 Q3, and now we have 7.6% 2 years later. This is only a fraction, and it's less than 10% of monthly active users are paying. So imagine if they get 20% or 30%, their revenue is going to explode. Not only that, but they're growing all the time. Here though, we're seeing that their cost of revenue is going up as well as their operating expenses. So it's because they have revenue sharing costs, they have content costs, server bandwidth costs, and also e-commerce and others. Also, as you can see here, they're spending a lot of money on their sales and marketing expenses. So their sales and marketing expenses is currently expanding. They want to promote their brand as much as possible and gain as many monthly active users as possible. They've got general administrative expenses. This has increased because they have more staff coming into play. As the same with research and development, they're getting more headcount, more staff in that department. So they've been spending so much on sales and marketing because they want to increase the popularity of their brand. They want to get exposure out there and gain as many monthly active users as possible. By attracting the monthly users, we've already seen how they can commercialize and monetize. So they can get these people paying premium services, but they can also bring in, higher quality advertisers, people willing to pay advertising money because they've got a key amount of users. So this is their big strategy, and their strategy is the long-term game and long-term effects of what they're growing. They plan to continue building this momentum to further strengthen and expand their virtuous growth cycle. Because of this, their expenses has increased from 1.1 billion RMB, and it was only 406 million last year, so their net loss has been increasing. Although they've been making losses, they're focusing on expansion and growth. So they've said in their investor call, our monetization capabilities continue to improve as we leverage our growing traffic base of users across an increasingly broad spectrum of demographics. We'll also continue to roll out more premium content and services to convert more paying users. We believe that over the long term, these monetization efforts, high paying user conversion rates, and scale will yield an improved bottom line. That's Mr. Investor Law over and out. Please slap that like button and join our family. Just click subscribe, it's free.